Hey everyone, welcome back to the Yappy Hour. This week I am sitting with Randall. So it's Threatt 3. I know it's
Honestly,
Threatt.
so it's Threatt, but the way I hear Threatt so much, I think I just want to change the name to Threatt. Like,
So it's interesting because you got the two T's at the end. Like, is that second to last T silent or?
man, I don't even know. Like, I mean, look, I've asked people sometimes, like, you know what? How do you read it? Like,
I mean, I've read it so many different ways.
I think they threw it on there like later on, something, like
fill a character box.
Yeah, just throw it in there.
It's not three T. It's just three.
So,
but yeah, so we're gonna talk. Owen, you can see his shirt there. He's got his Streetcars 101. We're gonna get into some of that and talk about some interesting stuff. So let's yap. So here we are. Let's talk about the magazine. I find it really interesting. I feel like I talk to a lot of people because I talk a lot,
Sound like me.
And it's like, I don't know that I've ever met anyone who started a magazine. So like, what goes into that? What made you want to do that?
All right. So let's see what the best way to start this. First things first. If you want to run a magazine, your minimum is 40,000.
Okay. Wow.
Off gate.
Okay.
Now, I know that you'll hear some people say, well, you can just do digital articles. You can just do this, blah, blah, blah.
Mm.
Yeah, you can, but you're not going to go anywhere.
Okay.
Like the one thing that I had to learn real quick within the first 2 months was I thought that I was just going to be digital. I just have everybody send me everything and it'll work out. No, it does not work that way. So first things first is you need to have the money and you need to have the money immediately. You will spend immediately, like start spending.
What are you spending it on?
So you're spending it on website, how your website conversion rates work. You're traveling because that is one of the biggest things now that actually started working for me the quickest was the traveling.
Okay.
I stuck to a lot of word of mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to give a big shout out to Will with Will Talk Entertainment, my friend Tim Harrell, and my friend Jeff.
Okay.
Them guys, we started Streetcar Saturdays.
Okay.
And what Streetcar Saturdays was a way for us to market the magazine without actually having to travel everywhere.
Okay.
So we did that. And if you came to the event, we'll publish the event. So it was a way for me to kind of teach myself, all right, this is how I can do this. This is how to do this and cover. But you're going to invest a lot of money into education. You're going to invest a lot of money into the marketing that you're working with because your marketing is completely different from everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Most people are marketing themselves, meaning I could sit here and just put a boost ad or whatever on myself.
Mm-hmm.
But a magazine, you're marketing 30, 40, 50 people.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to find everything that makes each person successful and only run with that per so everybody gets the same engagement at the same time. Because if not, they will call you. They will call you. They will. But other than that, man, it's still a learning process. Like I'm only in 5 years in this. I still learn every day.
Okay.
So will I recommend it to most people? No.
Yeah.
No. And that is also called competition either. But
well, I have to imagine this day and age, it's a tough industry, tough business.
It's not a tough business once you figure out what you want to do.
So it's tough to kind of focus yourself.
It's tough when you first get in it because you're trying to grab everything.
Okay.
Once you kind of figure out what you want to do, then it begins to kind of start. Okay. I know I want to do this, but this is not working for me. So I'm going to stick with this. Mm-hmm. And then everything that comes in, I can analyze it like, okay, will this fit? Will it not? It's pretty much like it's like a typical business, but it depends on the speed. The speed is a little bit quicker because instead of you dealing with conversion rates and everything like that, again, digital stuff, you're dealing with people.
Right.
And, I have a lot of relationships with people. So at the same time, I'm going to figure a way out how to make it work.
Right.
And then from there on, can we do this? No. All right, next. Can we do this? No.
Yeah.
All right, I think we should do this. This will work, and then keep going. And then printing magazines.
Yeah.
That is your key thing. Are you a digital magazine or are you a print magazine?
Okay.
If you're a digital magazine, you're competing against 30,000 people just within your region.
Okay.
If you do a print magazine, you're competing against 3,000 people. And magazines, check this out. one page of ink and everything costs $2.16.
Okay.
So imagine doing 40 pages.
Wow.
And now you got to make this magazine all the time we put into it and everything. And I do monthly. You got to take this magazine and make it where it's affordable.
Right. So you got to find that balance of here's my cost, but I need to have income. Right. Yeah. Well, like any business, you need to have the income to support your expenses. So like what happens if like you make a mistake or you have to change something?
Oh, I done that a lot.
But I'm sure, and that's a learning curve too. Probably get better.
It's still a learning curve.
You probably get better as you go, but like how does that factor in?
All right, so a good example. I came out with a magazine. This was 3 years ago.
Okay.
Better I could actually use the first one too, but this one was the worst.
Okay.
3 years ago, came out with a magazine printed. The third page was actually the 7th page.
Okay.
I printed 5,000 magazines.
Oh no.
So trash.
Really? Start over.
Fix it, get it back out. Then I had to pay the distribution costs faster because now I got
expedite. Now you got to rush on it. Yeah. Oh man.
And then the store fees and everything I was paying for the shelf space, I got to pay for that because I'm getting it taken off. Mm-hmm. The barcode is being reprinted from just that store.
Right. Okay.
So at that time, I was doing pretty good. I had 9 stores. So every barcode for each 9 stores has to be reprinted. You get charged a fee for that. Damn. Okay. And then you have to pay for the shelf space. Mm-hmm. And now your shelf space that ever you have for 20, 30 days has to be renewed too.
Holy cow.
So I lost in that transaction, I lost around $28,000.
Oh, man. Well, that's a expensive mistake.
I cried.
Right? I was going to say, I almost want to cry now for you. And
it was a lot of beer. A lot of beer. Big shout out to England.
Got to get through that. Wow. Okay. But now has that happened before? Like again, since or is
not in that level?
Okay.
But the first magazine I ever released. Big shout out to my friend CJ and Steve Koss. Mm-hmm. And then CJ with Hot Seat Automotive Podcast.
Yeah.
My first magazine I ever released. I had accidentally posted the draft that I actually I didn't put the edited draft in. I put the regular draft.
Oh, okay.
And CJ calls me. He's like, "Hey, Brett." He said, "You know, you my buddy, right?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Did you read this yet?" I was like, "No, because I'm at the track. I'm actually at the track racing my car and everything. This is like my birthday and everything. So everything's happening at once."
Man.
He's like, he said, "You know, you need to read the magazine." Grab a magazine, I get over and I read the magazine. Oh shit!
Whoopsie! That's the draft.
I said, look, I'm taking it down right now. I'm fixing. I'll send it back to you. Give me about 30 minutes.
Oh man!
And it was crazy because lucky for me, I had my laptop in the car.
Okay.
So I literally had to stop racing.
Yeah.
Find the regular version of it. Couldn't find it because I didn't have a hard drive. Mm-hmm. Now I have Google Drive now.
So everything's on the cloud, yeah.
Yeah, everything's on the cloud, but I had to literally sit there and retype that whole article. And then go through and figure everything else out, move the pictures around and everything. Because it was all...
So it's like reformatted.
Yeah, it was all messed up. Wow, the whole thing was messed up. But that was the first magazine.
Wow. Wow. I mean, and I've said it in a couple, even when some of the ones I've talked by myself, like, you got to start. And it sounds to me like you did. And then...
I definitely started.
And then you started again.
Yeah.
But then, but you got to, roll with it. And so I feel like, and just like with any business, you learn from each time you make that mistake, and then you kind of just build on it.
So this is why I say it takes that amount of money, because I had to fix all of that.
Right.
And if I didn't fix that, them relationships are immediately burned.
Right.
So now, that's the only reason I always say you have to have a lot of money up front, especially in this. And then you also have to factor in the photographers, the people and everything else. You're hurting people's brands when you're doing certain stuff like that. So lucky for me, everybody is still cool with me, but
they stuck with you.
Yeah, they stuck with me. There were a few people in that issue that knew. Okay. And I told them that what happened. And they was like, well, what are you going to do? I'm going to fix it.
Yeah.
I said, it's going to be 2 weeks behind, but I'm going to fix it. Mm-hmm. And from there on, that's actually how the magazine, I don't know if many people know this is how the magazine went from releasing on a Thursday and moved to a Monday.
Because of that time.
And I had to figure it out. And I was like, well, whatever day that I switch it to, that's the day I'm running with from now on.
Right.
So,
well, that makes sense.
Yeah. And so it's It's a very financial learning curve.
Okay. Well, I mean, and I think that applies to a lot of businesses, but it's really interesting to hear how it applies to that. So if someone's watching, and hopefully we'll get some viewers, right? So hopefully someone's watching.
Everybody's watching, not watching.
And they've never seen your magazine or heard your magazine. How do you explain to people what is your magazine about?
So my magazine, Streetcars 101 magazine, you can Google us on Google. We're number one.
Got
search.
the website on the shirt, right?
All you gotta do is type in Streetcars 101. We pop up first. Like, I'm very big about being found online.
Mm-hmm.
My goal with that magazine which is actually weird. So I had brought a race car. I brought a Camaro Z01 with LE.
Okay.
Me and my friend Tim was actually making a channel showing me how to race a car. 'Cause I never had a car.
So like a YouTube type channel? Okay.
So we were going places, and I would learn how to drive this car. I never had a car this fast.
Okay.
Before that, I had a drop shipping business in tires, which I still run, but I don't run it as public no more. I run it as a private now.
Okay.
But anyway, we had Rockingham Dragway. There's a guy named Tom Pulaski. Hope Tom is doing great.
Mm-hmm.
He's out there showing me how to race my car.
Okay. And
me and Tim are standing there listening to him. And he's telling us the stories about when he used to race back in the 80s and 90s and stuff.
Okay.
And I'm sitting there, I was like, man, I'm going to forget every bit of this by the time I get on this track.
Right.
Which I did.
Yeah.
We're coming home, and me and Tim was in the car talking. I was like, man, I wish I could find a way to get that story out of what we talk about. Because this guy just literally just taught me how to drive my car.
Yeah.
And not wreck it.
Right.
And I was like, man, there was something. And my friend Tim was like, he said, well, we got the channel. I was like, there's got to be more. And he's actually the person that threw out the magazine. Okay. He's like, man, why don't you do a magazine? I was like,
what year is it?
I'm a rapper. What am I going to do? Rap too? I'm thinking. And then more and more we kept talking about it. I think we got probably a little bit of peach lit. And I was like, Tim, that's not a bad idea. It's clear. It's like, you know what? I release albums and mixtapes every month. I could probably do a magazine. And I was like, well, who's the people that need this? It's like the people that need a voice. Yeah. So my magazine is actually around the voice of the scene. Okay. And my goal is just to everybody takes time and money to put into building these vehicles and stuff. Mm-hmm. We all want to have a story. Like I remember what it felt like when I first got published in a magazine. It was the best feeling ever. Mm-hmm. A lot of these other magazines gatekeep. Yeah. I don't want to gatekeep because if anything, I may be the person that like the spark in you that shows you how to get in that dream magazine or whatever. So my magazine is to give you a voice in the street scene. Okay. And not just the street scene. Like we're not in just the street. I have to correct it now. Right. But the automotive industry, anything with vehicles. Okay. I don't give a damn what it is. As long as it's got wheels, I'll put a scooter in there. I don't care. Mm-hmm. You give me a story behind it, we'll make it happen. Okay. And then from there on, you can build your brand. So all it is, and now we're starting to add in the articles and stuff like that going on. But the base of the magazine was to give people their first time of being published. So is it more like a spotlight on someone? And so here's your story, here's your vehicle. And then you kind of turn that into a... And not only do I just take that and put it out, I will tell you certain stuff. Okay, so we got your article out. Mm-hmm. I will focus on this, and this afterward. Okay. Like if you want to get it in this magazine, like because I work with other magazines too. Okay. If you want to get in this magazine, they're going to require you to fix this, and this. Okay. You need to market this more. So I'm at the same time while you're being featured, I'm teaching you how to go to the next level. Okay. So if you decide to take it a big brand, do it. If not, you have something that is physically yours that social media can't take away. Right. And that's it. Now, you mentioned you're doing like articles and stuff. Like, is that type of like how-to articles, or is it more like coverage of events, or like everything now? Because so I did just now discontinue print. Okay. Because again, print is expensive, and it sounds like it's expensive. And when you make mistakes, distribution right along is just a whole other ball game. Okay. But I have relationships through my drop shipping company that help me out. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. But I discontinued print for a while, and the reason why is because I want to focus on digital, but I actually am launching an ebook of telling people how to get published in a magazine. So that'll be a separate venture. Okay. Yeah, and it's actually going to probably be releasing next week or so. But you can go on there, and I'm probably do some videos or so. But it is actually explaining to you step by step what you need to do. Because I work with these other magazines, and they tell me what they require and what they won't work with. People send me anything and everything, and I usually have been trying to make it work, and I'm tired.
Yeah,
and it's like after a while, you can only take so many L's. Like, all right, look, I'm just going to show you how to do this, and if you fit it, we'll make it work. If not, I can't.
Yeah, like I'm gonna hold your hand, but I can't. You can horse the water, but you can't even drink, right?
No, you make them drink it. Like,
start drinking.
But but yeah, the articles now. I have a lot of the manufacturers that send me articles directly. Like, I actually get a lot of articles text to me.
Okay.
Through a lot of marketing firms and stuff, and directly through the manufacturers too.
Okay.
And we're now adding that to it because we started learning that our audience is not just the car enthusiasts anymore. Our audience is now the whole automotive industry and the car scene. So let's feed everybody. So eventually we want to be the one-stop shop. Okay. But
so when you say you're going digital, you do it through your website?
Yeah. Okay. Through a website at streetcars101.com. Okay. And then also we're focusing on the TV show, which has actually been doing great, which is Streetcars 101 TV. You can watch that on Amazon and Roku TV. Awesome. I don't know if I'm gonna put it on YouTube. YouTube don't like me. They don't like me.
Well, they're tricky too. Yeah. So.
If anything, the podcast. So I'm launching a podcast, but I'm not in it. That's gonna be my homeboy Preston Patterson. Okay. Ex-chief donut maker of Dodge. Oh, okay. So he's gonna be the host of that. And, the goal is to create as many avenues to give people an opportunity to speak their voice. Okay. And that's it. Okay. It's really never really changed from that. Okay. So, I want to work with celebrities and stuff, but honestly, I really just want to work with people within the scene. Okay. The regular person. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't even say regular. I say the person that has more knowledge of the industry without politics being around them. Yeah. Good. No, that's awesome. So we talked about a little bit off camera. I think it's probably good to talk about on camera. You mentioned that you feel that there's a shift in the car scene. It's a big shift. Well, we talked about two shifts. I talked about a social media shift and a car scene shift. So since we're kind of on the car scene, let's focus on that one right now. Like, where are you seeing a car scene type of shift? Well, so the car scene shift and social media shift is actually the same. Okay. And the reason why, now, correct, people will correct me on this, but this is how I look at it. If you think about it, the car scene actually involves everything. It's like kind of one of the only industries that involves everything. It involves music, it involves cars, of course, it involves marketing, it involves businesses, it involves sponsoring outer businesses that have nothing to do with it. Right. Now you got the music scene that does the same, but to me, I put them two together. That's why I always say, like, people that have a musical background in any form of way will actually be more successful in the car scene than people that actually have a automotive background, because the key thing with everything that we do on camera is entertainment. Right. If you can't entertain people, it doesn't matter. Right. And that's the reason for the big shift. Back in the day, it used to be where you need to be the most skillful photographer. You need to be the most hands-on mechanic, or you need to be a popular person. Right. 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 The shift now is, you just need to be seen. Yeah. Like, can you be seen, or can you make people's attention go to you and forget everything else? Right. And I mean, if you got people breakdancing in grocery stores and all that other stuff, it's hard. But the thing is, that is the shift, because people are now getting tired of stuff like that. Right. And now the car scene is going back to, can you actually work on your car? If you can't work on your car, you, in a somewhat way, you're kind of being cast out. Yeah. So you're seeing people's views and all this stuff is going down, because now the actual regular people are catching up. Okay. And if you don't have really anything special within this industry, you can wake up one day and have nothing there. Right. So, and I don't think this shift is just in our industry. I think this shift is across the entire board. Okay. Because as far as social media goes? Yeah, just in social media. Just because now we have the tools to where we don't have to know, how to super edit videos. We don't. I got home for that, because there's like 3 hours in this. We don't have to. We don't have to have been a photographer 5-10 years. We need to know all this technology. Like, back in the day, you had to go buy 5,000 cameras.
Yeah.
We use our phones and stuff now.
That's why I use right there.
So everything is catching up to where the playing field is becoming leveled out. It used to be certain people used to feel that they was up here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now we having the tools and everything. And now we're here with you. And a lot of the people that are catching up have more skills, or they just have more of a better presence because maybe they have a better support group, a better community. They actually in the community. And that's where you're seeing this shift happen. And a lot of people don't know how to react to it.
Okay.
So, and on my end, I get to see this hands-on.
Right, yeah, you probably see it more than most of us.
Well, dude, so with the magazine part, I get to see where I can actually tell you, pinpoint, where people suffer in marketing, where people suffer in connecting with each other, networking, because I'm a talker. Yeah. I'm a yapper. I know. But, that's where you kind of get to see everything. And them things that are issues to some people, the people that are coming up skyrocket that.
Right.
They're more better on that than everything else.
So you're saying it's more like they're more of a natural in a way, and then they're kind of figuring the other stuff out as they go versus trying to be this big polished.
Well, they're not even figuring it out. They just get other people to do it. Yeah. Or they just...
like the ChatGPT outsourcing.
Get a tool or resource and then it fits it for them.
Yeah.
And now, how do you compete against that when somebody that, like a real mechanic, can actually market themselves? How can you compete against that and you even play mechanic?
Which be like a video mechanic, right? Yeah, I guess.
So, and then the content creators, damn near everybody and their mama is on social media now. So.
Well, that's the thing. Like when I went to start a podcast, people were like, there's like 50 million of those being started every day. And I'm like, see, I'm at the point where I'm doing it for me. I get 2 views, I'm happy. I get 200 views, I'm happy. I like this. I like the conversation.
Don't look at it that way. The way I always say look at it is find your lane. Yeah. All right, look at it. If you look at it, trying to make sure I say this the correct way. My marketing teacher took. He said, treat like your path to go to success has 1,000 lanes. You can pick any one of them lanes. He said you don't have to pick the one lane that everybody's going, the fast lane. Right. So you can just pick the regular lane. Right. It's like, but find your lane and just run it. You would be surprised how that works. And I look at everything that way more. As I got to this in more years, I started learning to kind of slow myself down and stop overthinking. Yeah, that's my problem. And just do what you love. Yeah. Trust me, man. You're happy. Yeah, that's the key thing. It's the happy hour. That's the key to everything. Yeah, and that's another thing too. If you're not actually happy in doing what you're doing, you're being exposed to. Yeah, I believe it because it's people pay attention now. It comes through emotions. Yeah, so. Because they're looking for every reason not to actually support you. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So it's funny you say that. So I think it's my intro video. So I used to have a YouTube channel. It was under the Real Denny Prime. Also. Okay. Do you know John Thickwhips? He's big in the BMW side of things. Yeah. But he's local. He's local here in Charlotte. He's got, I don't know how many subscribers up to here. Unless it looks like 180,000 or something. But he does a lot of content. And him and I both had supers at the same time. Like 2021, give or take. Okay. And I liked his channel. I was like, I want to do something like this. This looks fun. I'll document. I'll be a YouTuber. But I did it for the wrong reasons. I was doing it because I wanted to get views. I wanted to get affiliate marketing. I wanted to get sponsors. I wasn't doing it to do it. Right. And first of all, it ended up feeling too much like work because in my mind, I'm like, I spent 2 hours editing this video because I sucked at editing. It was hard to edit. We all suck at editing. But I spent all this time editing. I spent all this time uploading. I tried to make it as good as I could. And then I get like 17 views. And I'm like, why am I doing this week in and week out? And I think it came through on the channel. And like looking back, I know it did. Right. And so when I started this, if you watch my intro video, I specifically say my YouTube channel did for the wrong reasons. I tried to push it and then I stopped. With this, I'm doing it because I want to, because it's fun. Yeah. I want to learn new things. I want to talk to people. I want to maybe teach people who watch this. And I think it comes through. It comes through what your motives are. Because if you have motives, I don't know that that's a good thing. And it comes through because, again, people are looking for every reason to skip. Yep. Because there's so much out there. Everybody now, I don't know. The way I always look at it is, if you're not doing it to have fun, then what the hell are you doing it for? Yep, I agree. Because there's going to be rough days. Like with this man, when I got hit with that bill, you're right. I was like, I was like, man, I'm about to go and just destroy every rack, and then not realize I paid $165 for each rack. Right? Like, oh no, I'll thump it, Right. But if that would have been that was actually going to be my breaking point. And then of course, there's other stuff that happens. Like I have conversations with the printing companies.
Mm-hmm.
There's little issues that goes on, especially like with photo quality and stuff. It's just constant. It's constant. I'm having fun doing what I'm doing, but there's also bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to understand anything that you want to do in life, there is bullshit, and it's going to be very bright.
Yeah.
It's just sitting there, just looking at you like,
yeah, what you want to do?
Yeah, what you want to do?
Right.
Hey, I'll let you go a couple steps. Nah, that's fucking up.
Like, I'm still here.
But and that's why I say, man, I love what you do, man, because you follow your passion. You follow something that makes you happy.
Yeah, I love talking. It makes me happy.
Yeah. That dude, I love talking to.
Talking and learning, right? Because you always want to be better in yourself, and like that's what you're doing too. So
just be a sponge. Be a sponge to information. So I always say if you don't love what you're doing, it shows.
Yeah.
People will see it. So.
I agree. Now, I want to kind of circle back to a little more of the logistics of the business, because back in I'm gonna date myself a little bit, but it was the late 90s, I guess. I ran some forums, some bigger car forums. And one of the things that I got involved with them was kind of doing almost like a newsletter type of thing. But it was on the forum. It wasn't like a mass distribution thing, And I loved it. I love writing the articles. I love doing all that stuff. But I think people, and me included, look at someone like you said, okay, you run a magazine and say, oh, well, I used to write articles. I could probably run a magazine.
Yeah.
Well, logistically speaking, and you jump in at any time, but I'm thinking writing, photographers, editing, sponsors, printers, like you said, distributors.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch. So logistically speaking, where do you find the most challenges to be?
Well, there's a challenge in everything equally.
Okay, that's fair.
So photography, I'm not a photographer.
Right.
I usually work with other photographers. I'll find other photographers. I'll find events and hey, are you covering this event? I'll make an article to it. I'll give you full credit for it.
Mm-hmm.
I just publish it on here because the people the other magazines that everybody I work with, they're looking at it.
Right.
So if you do a great job, if they like your photos, they're going to contact you. They're not going to contact me.
Mm-hmm.
I make sure they put their credit links and everything on it. I just wrote the article, whatever.
Right.
Or my editor wrote it. With editing, writers, great writers, sometimes people don't read so or video on it. It's, to me, there's always a puzzle.
Okay.
No matter what article or anything, I can sit here and get everything I want. There's still a puzzle to it. So my job is figuring out the puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
Once you figure out the puzzle, this may work for this person, but that doesn't work, and then vice versa. So I can't really say that there's one thing challenging. Even with the print side and distribution side, okay, you're spending a lot of money up front to make these things happen.
Mm-hmm.
Digital could be free, but there's nothing like holding a physical magazine.
Yeah.
It's just, it depends on that actual person or what is your goal with this actual article, etc. So everything is difficult.
Yeah.
And it changes instantly.
Yeah.
So that's why I say with the magazine, the first thing I had to learn was I'm never going to know enough.
Okay.
I'm constantly going to be learning. And it's daily, hourly.
So how, you mentioned you're stopping the print.
Yeah.
And going digital. Does that shift any of your approach?
It switches a lot.
Okay.
Because the foundation of the magazine is print. The first thing that ever came out with the magazine was a print magazine. I didn't have a website then. I didn't have anything.
Okay.
And I actually went to events and I was finding people and got in connect with them. And then it was asking them to send me pictures. Then I'll write the articles.
Oh, okay.
And that's how I got started.
Okay.
So taking that away, and it's only for a while until I get things to where I want it. Because when I first started it, I was just open to anything and everything. But now I'm at a different level with it.
You're focusing.
I'm focusing, and I want to put people on the right path. I don't want to just put them on any path.
Right.
And I think over time I've learned that, again, all these lanes, I learned what lane actually works. And I can't afford to have people sit here and switch lanes.
Yeah.
So I want to just make it where it fits correctly.
Okay.
And once that, I'm going to go back to print, and I'm going back to print in a very unique way. The magazine was actually never supposed to be global. We went to World Dragway. Okay. And we was like, we're going to learn how to drag race in a place that we don't know nobody. Right. So we don't get it. So if we get embarrassed out here, we don't even know that. They out of towners.
Yeah.
we went up there and we're learning how to race cars. Will ran into this guy named Tito. Tito, at the time, was the marketing for Raptor Junkies.
Okay.
Then introduced us to Kim Marie. Kim Marie introduced us to Steve and Chad of the Off-Road Revolution, which is completely nothing of cars, trucks.
Yeah,
off-roading trucks launching.
Yeah, all trucks.
We got invited to an event down in Georgia in Durham Town.
Okay.
And we thought about it. I was like, man, we never done anything like this. We went. And that moment, we became global. Really? Yeah. The magazine, I could not do anything to make the magazine local no more.
Because of their reach that you got connected with?
The guy that actually launched me in the truck is the owner of Savage Rally.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then about 9 other people that I met there are now big YouTubers.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So everything from there on kind of just
took life its own almost.
Yeah. And it was, and I mean, I still have all the relationships. I still speak to everybody. I'm actually been planning to try to go to another one of the events now that I got the TV show. I'm a lot more educated on the stuff that I'm doing, and I know certain things that I want to do for them because they did they did something huge for me. They welcomed me into their event, knowing that I didn't know anything about trucks. Okay. So and it was so odd to think about that time, man, because that was the most magazines I ever sold. Okay. And I mean, it was beautiful. That's cool. It was beautiful.
So how do you distribute? How did you get into distributing globally then?
So
you just have overseas.
So now there's a trick with the global. So I can only afford certain things. So what I was doing was finding whichever area that I was popular at. Okay. And I would find the stores within that area. But okay. That's awesome. So I'll only pick like maybe 5 or 6 stores in that area, and then I just tell people where the store's at, and because that was just to keep costs down. Then I got blessed and I got a big contract. I don't like to talk about that one open because I don't want people to figure it out.
Keep it.
That contract is when I started actually having to print 2,000 to 3,000 magazines per issue. Okay. And wherever they did, that's what they did. But I know if you go online, you can see all the stores that it was in. Okay. Bookstores and everything. But all of that happened through networking. Okay. That's it. Hell, one of the guys with the when I started doing print on demand, which I don't. That's another reason too why I don't want to do print. I'll print it. Print on demand is cheap. It's good, but no, not your thing. No, I love getting the 5,000 magazines at my house. I can sit here and go through them, and then I ship it wherever it needs to go. I know what they're looking like. As an opposed, I get an email 3 weeks later. Somebody's telling me that their page is crooked. Oh, okay, yeah. Because you didn't see it before. Yeah, I didn't see it beforehand. So, and I mean, print on demand is great. Yeah, like I'm not downplaying it, and I'm not saying that it doesn't work. It's just for me, I don't like taking the chances because if anything goes wrong, first person they contacting. But that actually happened through just networking and luck. I wouldn't even say luck. I say just being at the right place at the right time. And that's about it. I don't want to get into too much detail to it. All I would say is, again, you need to have the money up front. Yeah. You can reach out to any company that you want to, and from there on, you work without. Like I reached out to QT. I reached out to Shell's gas stations. I reached out to everything. When I first got that magazine in the store, I reached out to over 78 stores. Wow. Okay. And I was getting denied. Oh yeah. Then the weird thing is when I finally got in one store, it was a little gas station, and I started keeping the sales up. Like I actually put on a website where you can see the sales of it. Okay. So you can monitor it. A lot of the people that told me no started coming back. Oh. Okay. So hey, we see you got a pretty good product. You know, my favorite magazine is Lowrider magazine. That's what I always admired. I always wanted to be like Lowrider, and then I wanted to do articles like Motor Trend, of course, and Car and Driver. But you know, they have like their lanes. Layout, yeah. I've always wanted to do that. Like them are so. When I got to actually meet them and work with some of them, that was like, my starstruck moment. Yeah. That's just kind of how distribution happened. Okay. So taking that away is for a little bit is going to be a huge blow, but we'll make up for it. Okay. We'll make up for it. I'll come up with something.
Do you feel like going just digital might actually kind of allow you to go.
No, I won't be going. It's just digital for the moment of kind of training people. This is what our requirements is.
Okay.
And this is what everybody else's requirement is. So while somebody else may come and tell you, well, such and such said they do this, no, they didn't. No, they didn't. They don't know what they're talking about. They about to take your ass right down the sewer because people I talked to said no. And we're going to follow by their standards. Because if you want to be in that magazine, you're going to have to follow their standards. So my standards is going to become theirs.
Right.
And that's it.
So it's like a reset.
Yeah.
Reset, set expectations.
Same thing. Okay. Yeah. I'm doing a complete reset. And I have to do the reset.
Okay.
Because if not, I'm not taking people, I'm not giving them a fighting chance.
Right. So what do you say to like around here, and you know it too, you travel obviously a lot more than I do for this stuff, but even the local scene, a lot of people are photographers. A lot of the kids are photographers. A lot of even adults, running around with the cameras and stuff. I'm sure at some point, maybe even currently, you get them all coming to you saying, hey, I want to be featured. Like, how do you guide those people? Because a lot of them are younger too.
Well, the funny thing I always say, so that's actually two parts of that.
Okay.
So the first part is, and I'm going to be very blunt with this because I argue with people on this. So I'm going to be very blunt. A lot of people think because they are capturing a moment of an event, right? They feel that, well, for me to use it or for me to publish it, I should pay them.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to tell you why that's stupid. So you're going to charge the person that's putting you in front of a different crowd of people or that's actually taking your work and putting it in front of people and telling them why they should hire you.
Right.
Right. Then this is what I tell every other photographer. Look, I'm happy that if you got 1,000, 10,000 followers on Instagram or Facebook, you get hell of likes. That's awesome. I'm happy for you. That is hard to do. It takes work to do that. So yes.
Right.
Like, dude, teach me. Right. At the same time, you need to have a magazine, a blogger, you need to have something to where it can go further than just what you're reaching now. Because I always tell a photographer, when they take pictures of cars, you post it on Instagram and Facebook. We in social media. That's it. It's forgotten by tomorrow.
Right.
You need to have something where you can get it published, something where it can go to a different distance and it can actually be relevant for longer than a month, 2 months, 3 months. Because when you get published in a magazine, any magazine, not just me, but any magazine, it's forever. Right. This person is going to show their grandkids and their great grandkids. Look, Sub by Super was published in a magazine back when they was on Earth. So first things first is just go out and ask. You will be surprised how many magazines will love to work with people. Now, that doesn't mean you go to Motor Trend and say, hey, I think y'all should hire me as a photographer. First, they're going to say no. And then two, no.
Still no.
But I mean, there's other magazines. You got Car Scene Magazine. You have Fast Life Magazine. You have, of course, Street Cars 101 Magazine. You have East Coast Style Magazine. There's a ton of car magazines out here. Ill Society Magazine. Can't forget them. They're good friends. But there's tons of magazines out here. Just inbox them. Talk to them and let them know, but don't come with bullshit. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, again, my inbox is flooded.
I'm sure.
I have 44 photographers that just hit me up today.
I believe it.
And that's on a norm. And I'm going to talk to every one of them and I'm going to tell them the same thing. Well, what are your actual goals of what you're doing? And do you go to events? But I tell photographers, getting published takes whatever it is that you're doing up notches, not a notch, up notches. Because they're going to be able to do something that you can't do. Yeah. The same way they can do something that I can't do. Right. And it's fair game. So always, the one thing that people don't realize is the person that you may want to meet, the person that you need to meet, the person that you're trying to get to, that one person may be the person that's connected to that person, and you're over here doing everything to stop that blessing. Yep. Like this church lady used to tell me, your blessing, you already have your blessings. The question is, are you going to actually walk into them? or are you going to do everything to dodge it? And that's how I've always looked at everything. So that's why I network so much, because for me, everything of my success came from networking.
Right.
Like even with the magazine, when I didn't know what I was actually doing, I have so many friends in this industry, people not even in the industry, just close friends. I'm like, hey man, I'm having an event. Can you come out? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Practice,
Yeah.
Hey man, we about to do this. You want to come out? Yeah. Like photographers, there's people that want your work that have every relationship that you want, that you're fighting to get.
Right.
Because while you may have 10, 20,000, 100,000 followers on Instagram, there's 80,000 of you.
Yeah. Right.
80,000 of you. And then there's one kid or one young person that just started that's probably got 200 that's more hungry than you. And he's going to get there before you get there, because pride, ego, stop your blessing.
Yeah.
So I always tell people, and I do the same shit, and this is vice versa too.
Yeah. I think
I had to learn it. Yeah. I had to learn this, like even with some photographers, like, well, what is it that you want in return? Because I like what you do. You fit whatever it is. Like for this specific person or wherever I'm at right in the magazine, you fit this. What is it that you want?
Yeah.
And from there on, we begin to negotiate. But they open the door.
Right.
So, and then from there on, I'm just like, well, look, go with me wherever I go to. I'm going to connect you and network you out.
Yep.
And if anything, I'm going to teach you how to network with people. Like most people that I work with, I teach them how to network with others where I don't have to be present.
Right.
So, now you understand how to build your brand and take over. But yeah, it's all at the end of the day, just talk and network and don't lead with your skill. That is your key thing. Because if you lead with your skill, then that means you're leading with your ego.
Yeah.
And again, we're in a big reset right now that's going on. So that ego, this reset right now is to get rid of the egos. So
that's great. I mean, that's good. That's good tips right there.
Yeah,
it really is, because I think you nailed it, and I see it, and I'm sure you see it way more than I do, just from a lot of the creators online. Like they almost ride their own coattails, if that makes sense, right? Because they did something that got them to a place of success, but then they ride their own success, and they don't innovate. They don't, try anything new. It's like,
well, now if they do
work for so long,
if they do. They pick a certain circle of what they want to go to.
Right.
And
a safe circle.
Yeah. Well, not even a safe circle. It's like, so there's readings and articles that tell you, and YouTubers too, that will tell you need to only work with certain type of people if you want to go this direction.
Right. I've seen some of those.
And the thing is, no, that's not how this works.
Right. You
got one major magazine that you're featured in. The moment they come out with another magazine, guess what?
You're an archive.
That's just that quick.
Right.
So I'm going to get in other big magazines. Well, they don't move that fast.
Yeah.
And you don't think there's thousands of other people knocking at their door that have way more than you. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to flood everything. When you do marketing, the simplest thing with marketing is you should be what I call marketing attack. Attack marketing, meaning you should be in over 80 damn magazines to a point that I can't unsee your face.
Yeah, right.
So I always tell people, like, don't just be picking. They only pick like this is this. And you need to be across the entire board. There's somebody else that's going across that whole board that's wiping your ass out every time. Like, and then now you're going to wake up one day, well, it took me a year to get this one big one that only lasts 30 days, maybe.
Right.
I always tell people, stop making your circle so small. Work with everybody. If it doesn't go good, at least you can actually say it didn't go good.
Right. But you tried.
Yeah. It's not going to always be that major person that you think it. It's going to be the person that you probably least expected. So open your horizon, like actually market yourself. That personally bothers me.
Yeah.
Is when I hear people, well, such and such ain't on this level. They're not on this level, so I'm not going to work with them. Like, you're an idiot. Yeah. Oh my God, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Like, you need to work with them more than anybody because they're hungrier to, especially if they came up to you and said something to you, work with them, make it work.
Yeah.
Your job is to hit everybody. If you're not hitting everybody, then you don't deserve everybody.
That's good. That's quotable.
Like,
that's a T-shirt, man.
I know, right?
Put that in your notes right now.
but I mean, it's a true thing. You don't deserve everybody because that means you're only being specifically with who you're targeting. Then I hope that they only give you specifically just that and that only. Right. Because the biggest thing that you got to forget is there are people that has to make to get to that level. Right. So if you shit on them, they're going to shit on you.
Yeah, 100%.
You know.
But a lot of what you said, I like your approach to a lot of the things. I think it's not a different approach, but obviously it's your approach. But everything you said makes sense. I think everyone can relate to it if they're willing to hear what you're saying.
Trial and error.
Yeah.
Lots of trial and error. So, and that's all I do is test theories. That's all I do. Like I'm saying, everything is different. My job is testing theories to figure out which one will work for this present moment. Yep. And where I got good at is I gotten faster with it. Okay. So now when I go certain places, I'm already mentally looking, all right, I can do this, and this. And then I'm analyzing it in my head. So if you ever see me at a car event and you just see me like this, I'm analyzing.
You're calculating.
Yeah, I'm calculating everything. So, but yeah, you know, it's not difficult at all. It all comes down to ego.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
You know, no, I believe it though. I believe it. But I do want to circle back to the TV show. Okay. Because I have to imagine that's a whole different ballgame.
It is, and I fucking love it.
Yeah?
I love it. Oh my! Now I've actually figured out what I want to do with it. Okay. And I love it, man.
So you have like full on cameras and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
GoPros and everything. Like the first season is just shot with me. Okay. I just have my camera and I'm shooting everything. Cause I'm figuring it out. Yeah. I'm like, okay, I want to stay in this lane, but how big I want to go this way. Right. How many lanes do I have in this way, and which one is working? And I tried every one of them, and I actually found the one that works. And the one that works is when I'm just out actually doing crazy, not doing crazy shit like jumping cars and shit like that, even though we do jump truck. But it's the ones where I'm having the most fun, and it's the ones where I can introduce people to something completely new. Okay. And them are by far the funnest events, but then it's just regular meeting car enthusiasts, like showing people behind the scenes of a car shoot. I got to work with my friend Brian and Lux Monroe out in Vegas while we was there, and then my photographer and editor Stone. That was a beautiful moment. Yeah, met my friend Shane out there. Big shout out to him. I was talking to him actually a couple of days ago. I need to call him. He actually hit me up. I need to call and talk to him. And then the one I recently just released, which was back at SEMA. Okay. This year for SEMA was a lot different. So honestly, the show really doesn't have a set thing. Like theme. Okay. Yeah. Only thing is we're showing you what's going on in the car scene. We show you what we see. Okay. And that's it. And the best part about the show is I actually bring people with me. Okay. So I don't care who you are. Hit me up. You can hit me up in my inbox and be like, hey, man, I want to go to one of them shows with you. Really?
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Like, you're going to sign this waiver, of course. Right. You know, but yeah, you're going. Like, yeah. And I'm like, hey, you mind being on camera? And if you say, yeah, okay, even better. You're on camera. So the goal of the show is the same thing with the magazine. Okay. I'm taking people with me and spotlighting them or whatever. And that's it. Okay. That's it. Like this.
So you said Amazon?
So the Roku? Show, I'm probably going to end up taking it off Prime. Okay. Because Prime is difficult, man.
They charge you?
No. Okay. So the captions. So it used to be where I can only be in the U.S. When for some reason now I got to be in every damn country. Oh, okay. Well, I got to get captions for every country. Oh. Them captions is about $375 higher. Wow. Yeah, I thought I could use like something like a software or something.
Yeah, no. Don't worry about that.
They shut that down real quick. But it's definitely going to stay on Roku TV. Okay. Roku, I love Roku. Okay. I love the control I have with it. YouTube, I may put the season 1 on YouTube just to test run and see how it goes, but it'll mainly stay on Roku TV. Okay. And then the podcast is going to be on YouTube, and it's probably going to be on the channel too. So So my goal with Streetcars, so I had the whole channel. Yeah. My goal is just to make it into another Speed Vision. That was something I grew up with. So I always wanted to do that.
So you're going to keep like, that'll be your channel, and then you'll have like Nike kind of group things.
Yeah, I'm going to throw shows on it and
sections.
everything.
Okay.
And I mean, I've even got to the point where I'm networking with a couple other shows and trying to get them on there.
Okay.
So I want to make it a full channel, because when they took Speed Vision away, that destroyed me.
Like that, you take personal.
Like I actually got to visit they're one of their headquarters here in Charlotte.
Okay.
And this was I was 18.
Oh wow. Okay.
I was real young.
Yeah.
But that was like, I was like, and with the car scene now, you know, you got so many people on YouTube and everything. Well, come to Street Cars 101. Come to Street Cars 101 TV. Well, you know, your audience is car enthusiasts,
right?
And, you know, and yeah, that's the goal with it. Like I don't want to showcase just the big events.
Yeah, I
want to showcase everything in the car scene, because I feel like when I hear people say the car scene is dead, I know that they don't know what the hell they talking about. Because I'm like, I guarantee you haven't been to more than 30 events outside of your state.
Yeah. I mean, probably most haven't been outside their city.
Yeah.
I mean, really.
I mean, like, literally. Like, well, hell, probably ain't even left cars and coffee.
Right.
And I'm like, if you only knew everything that exists out here. Some stuff you hear about, some stuff you don't.
Right.
But that's where my job is, to make it where you actually hear about it. So, again, that's Street Cars 101. My goal is to show you what's going on in the car scene. And the TV show is just putting the magazine in video.
All right. Well, I think we're about to wrap up here. So at the end, we usually let the guest, if I have a guest, which I do, kind of promote themselves.
I live here, man.
He's moving in tomorrow. So I know we talked about the website and everything, but where do you want people to know? Where do you want them to find you?
So I'll keep mine simple. Just go to streetcars101.com. Streetcars101.com, you'll find everything. You'll find the TV show. You'll find the podcast is coming soon. Everything is there. That's all you got to do.
Easy.
Social media, all that is on there. I mean, you can find me on Instagram at streetcars101mad, because some bitch got my page hacked. But just go to the website. Please join the email newsletter. The email newsletter we send out weekly. I try to send out weekly, but that is a way where you can kind of see what's going on and everything. And more importantly, we can communicate with each other. You can email me back through there. If you hit me up on the other pages, I usually respond within 24 hours. And, you know, we kind of go from there. I am open to all events, people being featured and everything. Like, you can get in contact with me and talk to me. And I travel. You know, if anything, you got to buy me some food. That's it. I eat. And I want to go to nice restaurants. You got to have some good food, some yams.
If you're traveling, you want to eat good.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to eat no bullshit.
No McDonald's. I can get that here.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I got some points. I got 17,000 points. So, you know, free burger here and there.
There you go. All right. So he's a man of all tastes. So hit him up. Check it out. You know, you guys, you know where to find me out here on YouTube, and we're on all the socials. And so thanks for watching. We'll hope we'll see you next time.